I don't think people should be going back to Gaza. I think that Gaza's been very unlucky for them. They've lived like hell. They lived like you're living in hell. And it could be Jordan, and it could be Egypt, it could be other countries. And you could build 4 or 5 or 6 areas. It doesn't have to be one area. But you take certain areas and you build really good quality housing, like a beautiful town, like someplace where they can live and not die.
What's your name?
How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Gotta be short today. Aloha, it's Thursday, February 6th. And, yeah, I gotta be short again. I'm kind of in a rush. It's not super rush, but, I gotta go help switch out the modem and this and that, and my sister's planning the thing, and it's like and sort of super planning and over planning, and so it's like and I don't have to go with. And there's other stuff with the one who cannot be named, because if I mention that one on the channel, it gets exposed and I get yelled at. There's a lot going down though. Oh yeah. but this is a little vlog, little news, and it's Thursday, and the news is like, I gotta be kind of, well, I don't know. I want to come inundated with all this Trump stuff and this Project 2025, which is basically in place, and being more ungodly. In place. Ungodly. Bless. Okay, it's ungodly. Yes. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's still going. So, let's put this on. Yeah. Okay. Good. It's Thursday. Yeah, Project 2025. I talked to my friend in Toastmaster, and he's all in, and I said, the next, he's like, still, he's infuriated because he deals with imports and China and the imports for his business. And I said, well, the next battleground is going to be in the courts, because he's like, this is war. And he goes, have you read Project 25? Read. It's like telling me to read Project 2025. No, I'm not going to read it. I got the general gist. I got the cliff notes, and I'm not going to sit down and read the whole freaking thing. But one of the cliff notes is Schedule F. Okay, where they're replacing federal employees with loyalists, much like the oath to Hitler. I mean, they did an oath to Adolf in World War II. They weren't going. That's why they had that little Nazi salute. And then you have Elon doing that. That hand salute, and it's a loyalty to a single person, and that's the aspect we're looking at. Speaking of Trump, he's got his hands on or gave the keys to the U.S. Treasury Department to like a couple of basically intern type kids. So then now they have all your Social Security, the payments that go out to Medicare, Medicaid, all these payments that people rely on. So they want that Treasury thing. He's gutted the CIA and the FBI. They're like, they have to sort of by order rat on each other. They have to give out information about who was on, because he wants to get the ones that were on the January 6th investigation, and he wants to target them specifically to be ousted, and he wants to replace them with ones that have the loyalty oath, Schedule F stuff. And so, and he's squashing the media. So it's everything totalitarian, dictator rise to power stuff they're implementing, and that's kind of like basically Project 2025. And it's just footnotes. Oh, and the coup de grace, because he wants to make Gaza another Mar-a-Lago resort or something. He wants to, now that Gaza's been destroyed by Netanyahu, he wants to take it over and own it and make a resort land where the peoples of the world can come in and when he can cash in. He's going to be the owner of this resort area. Kind of like, I own, Baja, I own Caribbean, I own, and he announces it, and Netanyahu is standing right there going, but he's nodding his head because he's in on it, in the sense that, wow, they don't have to blame post-war destruction on me, they can just take it over. What? And where are you going to put almost 2 million people? Idiot. 2 million people.
To your right.
Egypt to the right? Jordan? No, they're not. And everybody there, all the countries there are like going, hell no. Hell no. And everybody wants that. Even the Gazans themselves want the two-state thing. So it's not really feasible. And he's saying it. And it's the flood the zone. There's so much at once, all kinds of things at once and all over the place. China has got tariffs on the U.S. now because Trump did Canada, Mexico, and China. 25 to China, 10% tariffs. Canada and Mexico backed off, and anything you want, Trump. China was already tariff back to you. So China has the tariff now, 10%. So it's flood the zone. And gaza, and one of the, I don't even have it on the notes. What was the guy, Russell, what the heck? There's a person.
Can you hear her?
Who's a co-author of Project 2025. Trump nominated, and he's an election denier. 2020, the big lie. 2020, Biden was still president. So, Biden won, but Trump denies Biden's win. So he's on board with that. This guy co-wrote Project 2025, is the nominee for the OBM, which is Office of Budget Management, I think. It's the ones that deal with the money. And that's what it is. The best. The money. So the guy that wrote Project 2025 is Trump nominated to be head of the Office of the Budget.
Why can't I come?
We're done. We're toast. So now the GOP is infighting. Oh gosh. Yeah, but Hawaii's got news too. Hawaii, each one of them's the Eagles. So they went up, and who are they gonna win? Who's gonna win? Or who's gonna? And so, see, eating. They smashed the Eagles one. Okay, so I don't know if that means they're picking the Eagles to win and gonna eat them, or if it means that the Eagles are gonna get smashed. They're saying the Eagles are gonna win, but that's the elephants at the Honolulu Zoo. So that's about where I'm at with this. Let the elephants decide. Wait a minute, that's a bad.
Nobody understands.
GOP's infighting. So there you go. Volleyball and more volleyball. UH swung against Stanford. They play all these Ivy Leaguers, which is funny. Neil? Oh, just relax, okay? What are you gonna? Oh, back in the day, 1968, when you want to relax, just hop in the car, the old Chevrolet, and everyone else is in their Chevrolet, and this is Luna Freeway between Ke'iamoko and Pi'ikoi Street. So involved in surprise traffic. Surprise! Because they have a little construction, take one lane and smash them that way, and there's like traffic. Look how many telephone poles. Oh gosh, that's like, now we know that's fire hazard. But there's a finger on the pulse aspect of this, we get this. But first, Japanese word of the day.
Kafun show.
Kafun show. Hay fever in Japan, the word refers to allergies caused by pollen from plants such as cedar and cypress. Kafun show. Thank you. Sneezing. Oh, look, political cartoon. Oh, look, the FBI sitting in his office, wanted by the FBI. Him. That's about the size of it.
He will touch you.
And their names can be compromised in the CIA bits too. Oh boy, what are you gonna do? They don't want those overseas they don't want. They should just get out of jail free card, so they take out the institutions. I guess right here. I guess.
Gaza arguments can't try to have it both ways.
Alright, claims that putting Gaza into context yields unthinkable results.
Site article, Star Advertiser, January 16th.
Gaza has a population that has grown from about 300,000 to 2.1 million in some 20 years. Most often, writers justify the criminal terrorist acts emanating from Hamas within Gaza. Argue that the emanating from Gaza. Argue that Israel is committing genocide there. This writer blames Israel and the US for Gaza's population growth due to prison-like circumstances. One can't have it both ways. Apparently,
Come forward.
such arguments are formulated on whatever works at the moment basis. The letter writer extrapolates all sorts of devastation imposed on Gazans by suggesting what the numbers of dead would be if Gaza were people on didn't attack a peaceful neighbor and kill 1,200 people while taking 250 people hostage. Does the writer expect Israel to give Hamas more land so it can grow more people to kill Israelis? Matthew Skan Makiki. Thank you, Matthew, for talking in tutu voice and bringing that one up again. Oh gosh. Yeah, I never.
Come closer.
There was Patty Hearst with the Palestinian PLO. Palestinian. She got brainwashed, and she was now a bank robber back in the 80s or something, 70s. And the Palestinians, the poor Palestinians. I never really got behind that because the Hamas are within the Palestinian in that Gaza area. And the Palestinians, I mean, how can you have terrorists living in your neighborhood and be like, yeah.
Not exactly.
They're on the same team. They don't want the Jewish Israelis. They want it cleared out from, I don't know, the Jordan to the sea is their rally cry. They want all Israeli away, gone. All the countries around are Arab and therefore Muslim, and they don't want the Jewish people. So Palestinians are in cahoots with the Hamas. They're rooting them on. So that's another thing that's gonna Gaza Mar-a-Lago. You're gonna have a resort there? What about 2 million Palestinians? Where are you gonna put them?
What will happen?
What about the Hamas? They're not there under their tunnels? Or not gonna come back? The whole thing's nuts. But I don't know. I guess just turn off the TV or turn the channel and watch the Super Bowl. just give up, whatever. Anyways.
Are you afraid?
Yes, I gotta run. Everything will be okay, I'm sure. Maybe sort of. Bye. Hello.
Hello. It's time. Hello. It's time. It's a lot.